The real reason people can't save money is not always because they earn too little. Sometimes, it is because every dollar already has a job before it even arrives. Rent, groceries, bills, debt, car payments, subscriptions, unexpected expenses, and by the end of the month, there is nothing left to save. For many people, saving money feels like something they will start later. After they get a raise. After they pay off debt. After they move to a cheaper place. After life becomes less expensive. But life rarely becomes less expensive on its own. There is always another bill. Another emergency. Another reason to wait. And that is why so many people stay stuck. Not because they are lazy. Not because they do not care about their future. But because they are trying to save whatever is left over. And most of the time, nothing is left over. Meet Sarah. Sarah was 26 years old. She had a full-time job. She worked hard. She paid her bills on time. She did not think of herself as irresponsible. But every month, she checked her bank account a few days before payday and felt the same stress. Almost nothing was left. Sarah earned enough to survive. But she never felt like she was moving forward. She would tell herself, "This month, I'm going to save." Then payday arrived. Her rent payment came out. Her car payment came out. Her insurance payment came out. Her phone bill came out. Her credit card bill came out. Then groceries, gas, coffee, a dinner with friends, a birthday gift, a small online purchase, and suddenly, the month was almost over. Sarah was not spending thousands of dollars on one big mistake. She was losing money through 100 small decisions. And that is one of the real reasons people cannot save money. They do not see where their money is going. Most spending does not feel dangerous in the moment. $10 here, $15 there, a subscription you forgot about, a delivery fee, a quick purchase because you had a stressful day. None of it feels like a major problem. But money does not disappear all at once. It disappears quietly, and by the time people notice, they are already waiting for the next paycheck. This is called spending without awareness. It does not mean you need to track every single dollar forever. But it does mean you need to understand your patterns. Because you cannot fix what you cannot see. Sarah decided to look at her bank statements for the last 3 months. At first, she was nervous. She thought she would find one huge mistake. But that was not what she found. She found food delivery, streaming subscriptions, online shopping, small convenience purchases, late fees, interest charges, and things she barely remembered buying. The total surprised her. She was not broke because she had one terrible habit. She was broke because she had never built a system. And this is where many people get confused. Saving money is not about having perfect self-control every day. It is about creating a system that makes saving easier than spending. Because willpower gets tired, you can be motivated on Monday. You can make a budget. You can promise yourself you will stop spending. But then Friday comes. You are tired. You are stressed. Your friends want to go out. You see a sale online. And suddenly, the plan disappears. That is why people need systems. A system can be simple. When your paycheck arrives, a small amount moves automatically into savings before you can spend it. Even if it is only $20. Even if it is only $50. The amount matters less than the habit. Because when you save first, you stop depending on leftover money. And leftover money is unreliable. Another reason people cannot save is debt. Debt takes money from your future before you even get the chance to use it. A credit card balance, a car loan, a personal loan, a buy now, pay later payment, a student loan. Each one may seem manageable by itself. But together, they can turn every paycheck into a list of obligations. Debt does not only cost money. It costs flexibility. It makes emergencies harder. It makes job changes harder. It makes saving feel impossible. Sarah had a credit card she used for emergencies. At least, that was how it started. Then she used it for groceries 1 month. Then for a trip with friends. Then for a few online purchases. She told herself she would pay it off next month. But next month, another expense appeared. So she made the minimum payment. Then another minimum payment. And soon, the balance became normal. The interest charges were not huge at first. But they kept coming, month after month. Sarah was working hard, but part of her paycheck was paying for things she had already bought in the past. That is why debt can feel like running on a treadmill. You are moving, you are paying, but you are not getting far. Saving becomes much easier when you reduce the payments that are quietly controlling your income. Another reason people struggle to save is lifestyle inflation. This happens when your spending grows every time your income grows. You get a raise. You upgrade your apartment. You buy a better car. You eat out more. You start paying for more subscriptions. You buy things because you feel like you finally deserve them. And you do deserve to enjoy your money. But if every raise creates new monthly payments, your financial life never improves. You make more money, but you need more money. And eventually, your higher salary feels exactly like your old salary. Sarah got a raise after a year at work. She was excited. She thought this was the moment she would finally start saving. But instead, she upgraded her phone. She moved into a more expensive apartment. She started ordering food more often. She bought better clothes for work. Within a few months, the raise was gone. Her lifestyle had grown faster than her savings. That is the trap. More income can help you build wealth. But only if you keep part of the increase. A raise should not only improve your lifestyle. It should improve your future. Another reason people cannot save is emotional spending. People often spend money to change how they feel. They spend when they are stressed. They spend when they are bored. They spend when they feel left out. They spend when they want to reward themselves. They spend when they are sad. The purchase gives them a short moment of relief. A new item arrives. A meal feels comforting. A trip feels exciting. But the feeling fades, and the bill stays. This does not mean people should never enjoy money. Money is meant to be used. But when spending becomes the main way you deal with emotions, it becomes expensive. Sarah noticed that she spent the most money after difficult days at work. She would tell herself she deserved a treat. And sometimes she did, but the treats became automatic. Coffee, delivery food, online shopping, small purchases that made her feel better for a few hours. When she saw the pattern, she started changing it. Instead of buying something every time she felt stressed, she went for a walk. She called a friend. She watched a movie at home. She made a simple meal. She did not stop spending completely. She just stopped using spending as her only solution. And slowly, she began keeping more of her money. There is also the pressure of other people. Friends can influence your spending more than you realize. If everyone around you is going out every weekend, buying new clothes, traveling, upgrading phones, and posting expensive lifestyles online, it can feel strange to say no. You may feel like you are falling behind. You may feel embarrassed to choose the cheaper option. You may feel like saving money means missing out. But real financial progress often requires being comfortable doing things differently. The people around Sarah loved going out. Restaurants, concerts, weekend trips, shopping. She did not want to lose her friends. But she also knew she could not keep saying yes to everything. So she started being honest. She suggested cheaper plans. She invited friends over instead of going out. She skipped some events. And something surprising happened. The people who cared about her understood. The people who judged her were not paying her bills anyway. Saving money sometimes requires a simple sentence. I can't spend that right now. That sentence can protect your future. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that saving only matters when the amount is large. They think, I can only save when I have an extra $500. But that mindset keeps people waiting forever. Saving $50 matters. Saving $20 matters. Saving $5 matters. Not because it will make you rich immediately, but because it teaches your brain that your future deserves a place in your budget. The first goal is not to become wealthy overnight. The first goal is to create distance between yourself and financial emergencies. Even a small emergency fund can change how you feel. It can stop one unexpected bill from becoming credit card debt. It can give you a little breathing room. It can help you make decisions with less panic. Sarah started small. She opened a separate savings account. She named it, Future Me. Every payday, she moved $50 into it automatically. At first, it felt almost pointless. But after a few months, she had a few $100s. Then her car needed a repair. Before, she would have used her credit card. But this time, she used her savings. It was not a perfect situation. But she did not add more debt. That moment changed the way she saw saving. Savings were not just money sitting in an account. Savings were protection. Savings were options. Savings were peace. The real reason people cannot save money is usually not one single problem. It is a combination: high living costs, debt, small spending habits, emotional purchases, lifestyle inflation, lack of a system, pressure from friends, and the belief that saving can wait. But waiting is expensive. Because every month you delay saving, you give your future less protection. You do not need to fix everything today. You do not need to stop enjoying your life. You do not need to become perfect with money. But you do need to start noticing. Notice where your money goes. Notice what emotions make you spend. Notice which bills are controlling your paycheck. Notice what you are paying for without thinking. Then make one small change. Cancel one unused subscription. Move a small amount into savings automatically. Wait before buying something expensive. Cook one more meal at home. Pay a little extra toward high-interest debt. Say no to one purchase that does not truly matter. Small changes may not feel dramatic, but they create momentum, and momentum is how people escape paycheck to paycheck living. Sarah did not become rich overnight. She still had bills. She still had responsibilities. She still enjoyed going out sometimes. But after 1 year, her life looked different. She had savings. She had less credit card debt. She had fewer surprise expenses. She had more control, and for the first time, she was not afraid to check her bank account. That is what saving money really gives you. Not just a bigger number. It gives you space. It gives you confidence. It gives you choices. And it gives you the ability to face life without feeling like one small problem could destroy everything. So if you feel like you cannot save money, do not assume you are failing. Look at the system around you. Look at the habits. Look at the pressure. Look at the debt. Then start small. Because financial freedom does not begin when you save a huge amount. It begins when you decide that your future deserves something too.